Alright guys, what's going on? This is a forceful deck profile for Liberator of Win. I've been playing for too long. I haven't been playing for a year yet. I kind of just started, but I pretty much get the basics, you know, what the meta is, what to run and stuff like that. But this is a casual deck profile. Me and my friends, we run a bunch of cards. We just enjoy the card game, but they're all pretty good cards. But anyways, so don't get shocked at how many cards I run. It's just how I want to play it. Our ruler. Liberative wins, so pretty much perfect. At the beginning of the game, you insert your magic stone deck for any stone. Put on top of your deck so you can start off with that stone. So you pretty much start with any stone that you need. Beginning of the game. Then when you deactivate her, she's transfer her the tale of 1-on-1 stories. She's pretty much demonic 2, which is the battlefield if you play magic. Search your deck for any card, put into your hand, you don't have to reveal it. If you have no cards in your hand, you can tap her to draw 2 cards. Pretty good. So you play 20 magic stones. Like I said, this is for fun. I just want to enjoy the card game. One of is magic stone Scorch Bells. It produces black red. Other one of Heaven's Drift, white black. Our other one, Dark Depths, blue black. And then our other dark stone, Black Silence, which is black green. These are our dark stones. My last one of is magic stone Keeper. So we have our one-ofs, but I didn't want to run multiple dark stones. You see why I don't need to run multiples. Now we come to our 2-of. We run 2 magic stone of Deepwood. I need to get another foil one. That just takes me so much. But it produces blue-green. Our other magic stone we run is Blasting Waves. It produces green-red. Our other magic stone, Gusting Skies, produces white-green. 2 magic stone of light vapor, and then our 3-of is 3 magic stone of moonshade. Sorry for that. I meant to clean this off before I started. It produces any color. Once you pay 200 life points, so it's for a city of brass, reflecting pool. You have to pay magic. And then our 4-ofs is 4 magic stone of moonlight, which means this is pretty much reflecting pool. As long as I control the moonshade, I can produce any color I need to produce. So pretty much my mana never fizzles, it never fails. I don't get mana screwed. Alright, now getting into the main deck, I'll just start with the spells instead of resonators. So we're going to play 2 copies of Shiny Bamboo. If you don't know what this card does, with each battlefield, you may search your deck for a card called Koguya, the Bamboo Cutter, to add it to your hand. You may tap this to pretty much unrest target Koguya, pretty much. For our green, I'm just going to start wherever I want to start, pretty much. We play 3 Exceed. We are playing Feet Sing. It's pretty much just counters anything in the game. If you control her, you get to draw a card. We're playing 3 Starting to Death. You know, just instant spot removal. Don't really have to waste too many resources and blowing up something. Very, very good. 3 copies of Zeke's, the Ancient Magic. I'm playing everything 3. Like, I'll have to keep that number 3. Don't really need 4-ofs unless it's something I really need to have. But 3 Zeke's, pretty much self-explanatory. 3 Kinsense. I'm not playing Gretel. I'm not playing Gretel at all, or Haze or anything like that. So I don't need to play Cake Zone. Plus, this comes foil. So pretty much it's just counter target spell or destroy target chance standby. So you'll see fit in the future. We are playing Scheherazade, so we're going to play 3 stories. Pretty much the most powerful card in the whole card game to this day, in my opinion, because regardless, you're going to hit it if you're playing Liberator or Scheherazade. You get to banish that and all copies from your hand deck and graveyard. You get to see what the siding against you. You get to see what's in their hand, what the whole deck's pretty much all about. You know, if they're trying to stall until you mess up, I mean, the card is just bonkers for what it does, and it's always live. For our last remainder, we play 4 Thunders, spot removal, dealing damage, and then we play 4 Flame of the Outer World, just so that if we can kill rulers, they can't negate it or anything like that. So it just gets in that. My deck is very, very ruler heavy. Not ruler heavy, resonator heavy. So let's get into it. 1 second. Kind of messed up the order. Alright, so we play 3 copies of Kuglia the Shining Bamboo Cutter. We are playing a lot of sages. This is pretty much 5 colors Scheherazade. But pretty much what she does is you get to pretty much tap, play any wheel, target sage gets a counter on a knowledge counter. Then you can tap her, remove 3 from anywhere to banish anything from the game, any resonator from the game. You know, 1 drop, she's pretty good. I'm pretty much everywhere, but this is the non-sage package. We play 3 Seth. If you don't know what this card does, it's amazing for this deck. Whenever your opponent will discard a card, you draw a card. Whenever resonator from the opponent's side of the field is put to 8 in the graveyard, doesn't matter how, you get to recur 1 resonator from the graveyard to your hand. So it's dumb. For our other instant spot removal, we play 3 Carmilla. Don't really have to say what she does when you survive, for she destroys a non-target vampire. So it's busted. We're playing 3 Alice Guardian with Dimension. Card is just so strong. It's just pretty much in its battlefield, you know, whatever. You get to give anything hexproof, including yourself, and then you can tap, pay green, banish yourself, remove this, remove another one. You won't be using that effect per se. You'll be using the hexproof effect to keep your sages and stuff like that alive. I am playing 8 cats. We play 4 Familiar with the Holy Wind. Enters, draw a card, banishes, do 300 or something. Just a great card for their aggression and stuff like that. We are playing 4 Cheshire Cats. Again, just block her, thinning the deck out, and stuff like that. Just getting in there. Now we're going to go to the 6 Sages. We're going to go to our 2 Loves. We're playing 2 Group Alesta, Keep Up Stones. This card isn't really that, Keep Up Magic Stones. This card isn't really that necessary to run. But with all the cool things you can do in this deck, and as far as damage blocking and the cast and stuff like that, like you can go do this damage thunder here, and then next you know Group Alesta kill it, and then self-trigger. So it's not so bad, you know, overall. Then 2 copies of 15 Overage Oracle, pretty much counterspell, and it has a 1000 duty, so that's pretty good. Now to our 3 Elves. We're playing 3-0, the Black 0. Card is so good. Comes in, everything our opponent controls loses flying, and 200 to -200 to turn, so it just soaks up damage. It allows you to block Vipers, anything that flies, and stuff like that. It's just so powerful. Next, you play 3 of the White 0, because preventing damage is pretty good, and so I'll be able to trigger this as much as I possibly can. You can also target herself with it. Sorry. You just saw my list, so I run 3 my list. Pretty much my other burn spell on the deck. I can go, you know, 300 here, Group Alesta, 400 kill it, and it's just powerful. You know, I'm not really losing anything because it's just their ability, so I'm pretty much gaining from there. 3 copies of Moonstart, the best 6 Sage of all. I mean, she gets 2 knowledge counters. First of all of them only get 1. You get to remove 1 knowledge counter to rest something, and remove 2 to draw. So she's just bonkers, especially can't out of flame because I don't have to defense. 3 Almiris. She's just very, very powerful overall. She pretty much removes them from the game. She's very, very great overall. And then last part of this, we have our 4 copies of Feetsing. Not much to say here. She comes in, say no to damage, and then you can block and make it a kill spell. It's very, very powerful. So that's it for the deck. I have a little side deck. I played 3 Witch Dagger. I haven't got those yet, but I played 3 of those for my side deck matchup. But so the rulers outside, which the frame. Bought a box, like I said, and I pulled this, and I was so happy because that's when I was wanted. I was just gonna buy Refrain right off the bat, but I got so much other cool cards that I wanted, but this is the main one that I wanted. But Refrain, outside this ruler in, like I said, I used 3 Witch Dagger with this and others. I'll get to that in a minute. Went Alex Valkyrie for just my friends playing like aggressive decks that when you rush a lot, she could just, I can untap, I can guard art, pass turn, and then make their field before I untap. So 1000 isn't bad. And then the 5-color Alice, just because I'm playing 5-color Scheherazade. Good against other controller decks. And then I Witch's Daggers, and I also side in 3 Change the World, which is Reframes Regalia. And the reason why I play these is because of how my deck style is. Like, I play a 5-color Sage, they just nuke the field so much they control. And then, like, if you're gonna have like Hit Zone and stuff like that in your hand, we're just gonna keep flooding the field with Resonators, and those are gonna be dead. And then after you Flame Throw Outward, you can't even chase to it. So it's just the fact that I'm stalling up all my counters on this guy, just controlling the field with him. This is bonkers. Then I side deck into the Alice's, I side in 4 Excalibur. So I pulled this in the box last night, my friend did. So it's just very, very powerful overall. And then I have 1 Zoox just to have more protection. And I also play, like I said, the Witch's Daggers. I play 3 Awakening of the End. You know what that does is 2 black, 2 colorless, give all minus resonance, -7/-7. That's just against like super winnier decks. I play Spirals of Despair, which I can play the new Thoughtseize card at this point. And that's pretty much how my extra deck and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile, and let me know what you think.